Please welcome Governor Gilmore.
Well, I'm glad to be back again. It seems like every year I have the opportunity to come in and address the College Republican Federation of Virginia. In fact, I even come when I'm not a candidate. How about that? Here I am now, and I'm a candidate once again, an announced candidate for the United States Senate. I'm delighted to be here with all of you. I certainly want to recognize Adam, and I anticipate that he's going to be elected the chairman of the CRSD, and I'm looking forward to working with him very closely and with you through him as we go forward. So I'm excited about that, and I look forward to it. My wife Roxanne and son Ashton are here in the room. They're in the back also. They've come in to spend some time with us. So I hope everybody here over the holiday or this weekend will have a chance to meet everybody here at the advance. Let me begin by just mentioning several things. Many of you here in the room probably don't know me. Some do, but many do not. So I'm going to spend a few minutes just going over a little bit of background and talk about what's really necessary. This is a really critical time, this election. This is a very important election for the United States Senate. It's an important moment for the Republican Party, both nationally and in Virginia as well. We've run several races. We have not won statewide. The Democrats have been working very, very diligently in order to try to reverse all of our efforts to bring about some success on behalf of this state. They've been working hard at it, and they've had good success. I want you to know that we have looked at losses now for 3 consecutive races. We have seen reversals in the legislative races. I want everybody to know I'm going to run for the United States Senate. I'm going to win, and the losses stop right now. We have been at this a long time. We've been at it a long time. I actually got into politics when I was 17 years old when I joined the College Republicans at the University of Virginia. I went up there and I joined. When I first became a college Republican, there were no Republicans in office anywhere. There were Democrats who had been controlling the politics of the state of Virginia for 100 years. I became a Republican because of values and beliefs and principles. You know, I thought you went into politics because of what you believed in, not because of some opportunistic thing or because you were getting ready to roll with the winners or something of that nature. You wanted to do something that was right for the people. Isn't that why you're in it? I certainly hope that's why you're in it. And that's why I joined the Republican Party, and I was very surprised to find that there are almost no Republicans in office anywhere, and I saw the abuse of a one-party system, of the Democratic Party system, where they basically put the word out there that there was no legitimate right to hold public office unless you were a Democrat. And I made up my mind then we were going to reverse that. We were going to change the nature of things. And I went into it, and you know, we started, I actually came up and dedicated myself to the College Republicans. That's primarily what I did. I did some other things at UVA also, to be sure, but primarily I really focused on the College Republicans. I became the treasurer of the local group, the local club in Charlottesville. I went on to become the vice chairman of the local group in Charlottesville. I was elected to be the state treasurer of the College Republican Federation of Virginia. I ran for state chairman of the College Republican Federation of Virginia. I didn't win, but you know, I wasn't much of a politician, so and you know, there was a lot that was understood, a lot to be learned, a lot of experience to be had, and an enormous amount of good work to be done on behalf of the people of Virginia, the College Republican Federation of Virginia. I remember I was so dedicated with it. The first date Roxanne and I had when I came back from the Army, I was in law school, the first date I had, we went door to door with the College Republicans with J. Kenneth Robinson. I'll never forget it. Roxanne was in platform shooting. Door to door. It meant a lot to me to see people out there, to work with my fellow colleagues and men and women of the Republican Party and the College Republicans in order to do that. I'll never forget one story. We went door to door. I bet how many people in here have done door to door work? Sure. It's great stuff. You learn so much from the community by going out, and what they will tell you at the doors is just incredible. Great story. On that very date that we were on, we went from door to door to door. We looked around the back, and there was a brick little garage-like thing. It wasn't much bigger than just this little space right in here. There was a little old guy living, had no teeth, little old man. He came out and handed the literature to a local Republican congressman, and you know, he could barely articulate anything hardly, but we explained the candidacy to him, so on like that. Some weeks later, I'm standing right in front of the poll in Charlottesville. It was snowy, I'll never forget it. And handed out literature at the polls as people went into the polls, and this little old guy came up, and he reached over and he pulled it into his pocket, and he reached out, and he pulled a piece of paper with Roxanne and I gave me a great big wink and went into the polls. You think it makes any difference? Have we not seen races decided by very, very little? Even in this past election, our good friend Ken Cuccinelli, for example, in Northern Virginia, he was elected by the grand total of 7 dozen votes in a state senate race. You think it doesn't make any difference? I know it makes a big difference in everything that's done. And that's why I'm headed back once again to talk to the college Republicans about this, because I know the value all of us do when we go out there and campaign for our candidates. And with your help, with every party going door to door, stuffing envelopes, doing exactly what we've always done, we're going to win this Senate seat on behalf of all Some of you may not know me. After I left UVA studying foreign policy, I joined the United States Army. I became an Army intelligence agent and served in Europe. I'm one of the very few veterans who are still around that understand what it's all about to serve in uniform, and particularly the people who are overseas. I have that experience. I went to UVA Law School. I practiced trial law for 12 years. I was elected to be the Chief Commonwealth's Attorney for Henrico County, my home county, and understood what it is to protect the community in public office in the courtroom. From there, I was elected by this party and by the people of Virginia to be the Attorney General. Then after that, elected to be your governor of the state of Virginia. I was elected to be the chairman of the Republican Governors Association. The president appointed me to a commission on Homeland Security, probably the best public work I've done outside of the governorship. And for 5 years, I chaired a national commission on Homeland Security and Terrorism for the government of the United States. I was the governor of Virginia during the 9/11 attack and dealt with that attack, which, by the way, attacked Virginia, because just a few blocks from here, really, the Pentagon was struck. The Pentagon is not in Washington, D.C. The Pentagon is in Virginia. Virginia had to deal with those issues, and I think that I dealt with them well as governor of Virginia. Getting Reagan Airport back open again, getting the economy up and running again. The president appointed me to be the chairman of the Board of Visitors of the United States Air Force Academy. I was appointed along the way to chair a national commission on the internet and sales tax issue. A commission, I tell you folks, anybody here use the internet? Use the internet? A commission established, I assure you, to make sure that the internet was taxed as much as possible. A funny thing happened on the way to the pro-tax commission on the internet. I got to be chairman of the commission. The commission put out a report that said the internet should be free of taxes, and it remains so to this day.